Doing well. Welcome to another show. For those that are tuning in day after day, you see that I am now sans beard. I feel like I'm literally 5 years younger and 5 pounds lighter. An honor to be with you again today. Yesterday we had the opportunity to sort of delve into this world of the power of rituals. This is sort of the beginning of this new chapter that we're going to go through together. And reach out to me if there's questions, but this is sort of a big piece to personal growth. This is sort of the underlying secret that if you would take some of the greatest people that we heard of and you would put them under a microscope, this is what you would find. And that one of the great secrets that successful people, and I don't mean successful like they have more money. I mean, they're doing the things they should be doing in this world. They're achieving their potential. What they know, some of them just intuit it. Some of them actually thought about this. Is what they know is that it's not the willpower that's going to take them anywhere. Willpower is important. And like any muscle, it's important for us to exercise it every day so that we can expand it 100%. And people that spend their lives doing this, exercising willpower, whether that's how they eat or how they talk or what they do, whether they do it from a strictly spiritual perspective, whatever it is, when you're exercising willpower, you are building the muscle of willpower. But the great mistake is that we think that if we're not more, it's because we lack enough willpower. We think like there's the destination. And the difference between me and there is just toughen up. Just keep on pushing. If you just want it badly enough, you'll get it. It makes for great memes, and it makes for great, inspirational speeches. You just got to want it badly enough. And there's a sense of that. You have to want something badly enough. Desire is at the core of everything. But if you think about it day after day, it's really something much more fundamental. Desire is a limited resource. I'd say willpower. That's probably more accurate. Willpower is a limited resource. We did this yesterday with the radishes and the cookies. For those that are joining us for the first time, welcome. You can go back to yesterday's episode. We went through it. The way you overcome your challenges, the way you exercise your potential is what happens is you have to start to change your brain. And you have to adapt your brain towards the goals where you want to take it. So growing up, a lot of what you're doing is reacting to the environment given to you. Like the kid who's like ready to take on the world, there's not really much room there if you're sitting in like 6th grade. The world has given you things to do, and your job is just to get through them. The community, the culture, the society that you're in places things on us. I was having this conversation with a young family, not young, I'd say they're in their young 30s. And he just bought a home that he can't afford. And he did it because he was making a little bit of money. And in his group of friends, a bunch of his friends, for the most part, have wealthy parents. Like most of his friends aren't like killing it in life. They just happen to come from wealth. And so part of the benefits of that is usually there's like a big home involved typically at some point. So this guy is making money for the first time. And now he's in a world where like his close group are all living in McMansions. So he goes out and buys a McMansion. And I was trying to explain to him that it's not just that you have to make big mortgage payments. You are now allowing your society to dictate what you're doing for the next 20 years of your life. You're gonna have to work a certain level to make payments. You're gonna have to maintain that house. It's not just you bought a house. Now you're reacting. You're not gonna be able to do that thing that you wanted to do. You're not gonna be able to leave the job that's not working for you. You're not gonna be able to try that thing out that doesn't pay you enough money. This is it. You've just signed away because the mortgage payments are so much higher than what you have. You just signed away the next 10, 15 years of your life, and you're allowing society, in this case his group, to dictate that for you. So a lot of times we're using our minds because of what people give us to do. And really where you look at change is when you have people that just stop and they start to turn that corner and say, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to pay my bills, I got to feed my kids. Okay, I got to go to school. Fine, but what are the things that I can bring to this world? What are the things that I want to do? What are the things that I want to learn and study? What are the ways that I want to act and talk and walk and eat? What are the things that are going to bring out my values, that are going to bring out my soul? Because that's where the emptiness comes in. I can't count how many times people say to me, like, how come everything is great in my life and I'm empty? It's because unless you're really tapping into your soul, you're going to feel empty. You're going to feel empty. But to do it because of willpower, it doesn't last. The way you do it is you align your brain to work for your soul. And you align your brain when you do things consistently. Because consistency is how your brain operates. That's how your brain changes. It creates consistent thought, and that consistent thought becomes part of your neurostructure. So you've done it already a million times. That's how we speak. That's how we get to work. That's how we know how to do our jobs. That's how we know how to do everything. That's how we know how to cook. That's how we know how to do anything in life. But what if we weren't reacting? What if we were proactive in our brain? What if we were designing our brains for ourselves? Wouldn't that be cool? Like, imagine like designing your brain. Imagine like coding your brain. Wouldn't that be amazing if you can create an app in your brain that can go here, 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 and here? The answer is you can. It's called consistent thought. And the more you do something, the more you are coding your brain to do that again and again and again. That's the power. That's the power of habits. Once you realize that it's not the willpower that's stopping me, it's my habits that are stopping me. The reason why I could change my life in a moment and then it goes right back to where I was, but every time I feel nervous, I reach for the cabinet is because my habits are automatically driving me towards the thing that I can do a million times, but this new stuff is hard to adapt to. So how do I change it? So if you look at the lives of great people, this hit me like a ton of bricks. This may sound intuitive, but it didn't really hit me until I was in the middle of writing the book. And I was researching great people. And I'm trying to get underneath what brings like a writer and an artist and a painter and a musician, like people from different backgrounds. And all of a sudden it dawned on me. They all have one thing in common. They have very strict rituals. They ritualize their lives. Great writers don't just wake up in the morning and decide if they want to write or not. Great spiritual leaders don't wake up in the morning and decide if they want to study Torah or not. Great athletes don't wake up in the morning and decide if and when they want to practice. They ritualize things. They wake up at the same times. They do the same things. They consistently, and then all of a sudden what happens is it becomes part of their muscle memory. I think it was Tolstoy that once said, I write every day not for the words that I'm writing, but in order to maintain myself as a writer. I think that was his line. I know Andy's looking it up for right now. I can almost feel Andy doing the work right now. If we want to really change, the way we change is we identify the next thing right outside our comfort zone, the 1% rule. Go +1 from where you are right now. Just do it today. Look at anything you want to do in your life. Anything. Take a minute and think. Remember, mind's your sanctuary. Think about where you are and what would +1 be. What would +1 in any area of your life look like? What would it look like? Then take the 5 minutes. Whatever's the next one, not the next 10. One. If you break it down small enough, it's 5-10 minutes of new things that you got to do. Someone you got to call, something you got to say, thinking through something longer, studying a little longer, whatever the things you're doing, overcoming the challenge. And if you decide that you're going to do that and you build it into your daily routine every single day, here's what you're doing. You're going to take the willpower that you have naturally. We all have natural willpower. We all have the resource. Remember yesterday we spoke about this. We all have gas in the tank. We all have a muscle that we get to exercise every single day. And all you're doing, you have other things to do too. You are taking a piece of that muscle and you are allocating it to the 5 minutes that you're going to do the ritual. And when 2 days come from now and 5 days come from now, and when 10 days come from now and you have no desire to do it, when all the inspiration has faded and you don't want to get up that 10 minutes earlier and you don't want to make that phone call and you don't want to call that client, and when all of that comes, what you're doing is you're going to the resource of willpower that you have and you're allocating it to that ritual, not for the ritual, because you know in your core that if you hold the ritual together long enough, it's going to start to feel more automatic. So if you can imagine how it works, you identify, this is like how great people think. And when I saw this, I just couldn't believe it. It seems so simple, but it's just disciplined. For those who are sports fans, the reason why Bill Belichick is the greatest coach. I was watching a documentary the other day about a man named Paul Brown. For those of us that are tuning in from Cleveland, Ohio, the Cleveland Browns are named after our coach. Only team in football, the Browns. Vince Lombardi was one of the greatest coaches ever. They're not called the Green Bay Lombardis. Paul Brown named the team after himself. He was the greatest coach in football history. And he brought to the sport discipline. You don't got to be the fastest. He had Jim Brown playing from a different story for those that remember those days. You don't got to be you don't got to be the smartest. You don't got to be the strongest. But you got to be disciplined. You got to have time in your day where you're thoughtful. You got to recognize you only have a few bullets in that chamber. Don't just spray them everywhere. Focus on your targets and be a sharpshooter. And every one of us can do this. Every one of us can do this. This isn't trying to go 0 to 100. This is trying to go 0 to 1 and just hold the gas at 1 for as long as you can. And so when you wake up in the morning and you have that resource called willpower, you're not just spreading it out through your whole day. You're not letting the world give you what to focus on. You're not spending your willpower on all the news that's making you happy or upset, all the people in your life making you happy, the drama wherever you go that's taking your willpower, the worry about the future, the reviewing the conversations that you had that you should have had 10 years ago in the past. All that's doing is sapping you of your willpower. What you're doing is you're taking a piece of that willpower and you're saying to yourself, I'm putting it into my ritual, whether I like it or I don't, whether I want to get up or I don't. I don't care. I'm going to allocate part of my willpower to maintaining my ritual. So if I want to write every single day, I'm going to sit down and write a page a day, whether I like it, whether I don't, whether I write blah, 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 or I write wisdom. Because I know that if every single day at 9:30 I sit at my kitchen table and I write, at some point writing is going to feel normal. It's going to go from being a conscious willpower to being a subconscious part of my brain. And you're going to condition yourself to have a standard of excellence in the things that you want to be doing. You're not going to come to every single New Year's or Yom Kippur and go, I should be. This is the year. I'm really gonna. What? No, we're not. We're not gonna. Our brain's not gonna. When a person says, listen, I want to be a great parent. And part of being a great parent means that I am not going to lose my temper, period, end of story. But I can't change my whole life. But here's what I'm going to do. When I wake up in the morning till 9 o'clock in the morning, no matter what my kids do, it's going to be smiles, it's going to be patience. And all I do all day is hold on to every aspect of my willpower. So during those 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes that I see my kids in the morning, it's patience. 10 o'clock, I'll kill them. 10 o'clock, forget about it. You hold on to that +1. And you're in the middle of it and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't wake up earlier. I can't study. I'm too bored. I can't pray. I can't eat healthy. I can't do it. It's too hard to say no to the muffin. And there's corn in it, so I guess it must be healthy, right? One ritual. I'm designing the morning. I'm designing the afternoon. I'm designing the night. I'm designing 10 minutes of my life. Can you imagine, look at your day? Thousands of minutes during your day, and you just design, like, just sit back like you're coding and design 10 minutes of your day. No matter what you do, use all the willpower you have to hold on to those 10 minutes, to hold on to that 20 minutes, to hold on to that one move a day. If you do that, what happens is that few minutes becomes normal and natural. It takes time, not too much time. And we can do the stats. If those who want to, we'll go through maybe in the future with the Tetris study. And you'll remind me, we'll bring it up. It doesn't take that much. It takes time. But over time, it becomes easier and easier and easier because your brain starts going, we know how to do this. Oh, I see. We're here now. Do this. We're here now. Do this. We're here now. Do this. Your 7-year-old, usually your son, because for some reason my girls are more in tune to these things. My boys that are 5, 6, 7, brush your teeth. Tomorrow, mommy. No, that's not how it works. Later, mommy. No. Now, brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. When you get up. In the bathroom. And now, when I woke up this morning, and after I was done praying, when I went to shave, I see my 9-year-old. His mom was downstairs. My wife is downstairs. My 9-year-old is upstairs on his own, brushing his teeth. You know why? Because it was a ritual. Every day. And I can guarantee you, when my kid was 5 or 6, whenever it was, he was exercising willpower to get into that bathroom. I don't want to, mommy. He was exercising. Oh, fine. And he gets into the bathroom, and now he gets to have clean teeth, and it takes zero mental energy. That's conditioning for greatness. That's when life becomes really more exciting. That's when you start to turn the corner and start realizing that I don't need to use my willpower just for everybody else anymore. In fact, if I really want to do good by other people, as a mom, as a dad, as a husband, as a wife, if I just sit back for a few minutes, remember we spoke last week, if I've got time in the morning and time at night, if I have time to think, time to act, if I just use some time to think, and part of my thinking is, how do I design a ritual to help me get closer to my vision of the things that usually include other people? I'll be a better mom. I'll be a better dad. I'll be a better person. I'll be a better service provider, because I'm thinking through these rituals, and I'm getting my muscle memories clicking in. Baseball batters can hit better because they have muscle memory, not because they're consciously desired to hit the ball. We can have professional lives if we start designing it. Doesn't mean that other things won't pop out of nowhere. Doesn't mean there won't be new experiences. Doesn't mean that 80% of our day may not be reactive, but okay. We'll just take it one step at a time, 1% at a time. And then slowly we start realizing what we can do. And this is sort of how great people do it. They're not better than us. They're not smarter than us. Maybe they may memorize better or analyze better, but in the whole, we've got enough brain power to achieve what we want. But we got to be disciplined about it. And more importantly, and with this I'll end, we got to see ourselves as desirous of the gold medal of our lives. We don't got to be anybody else, but we got to be the best us. We'll continue to talk about this. Have an awesome day. If you can today, If you can today, try this. Just try it. You can email me and include me or not. Try to design one ritual for yourself. Make it 5 minutes. Pick anything. Make it a ritual. It has a start and end, like you're scripting a play. But you're the main actor. We'll build on it, and hopefully, with God's help, we'll grow together. We'll strive together. Hopefully, we'll thrive together. Until then, it's been an honor, and I really, with God's help, can't wait to speak to you again tomorrow. Have a great day.